Chris Eads, known online as Wootini, here with another one of my Gay Gamer video podcasts. I did see a movie. It was Terminator Dark Fate, and it was fine. I didn't hate it, but I didn't go like, woo, that was the best thing ever. It was basically their way of taking back the Terminator franchise and saying 1 and 2 are the ones that everyone loves, so we'll make a sequel to 2, and everything else didn't happen. Which you can do, because it's time travel, and all these alternate timelines can all exist together, so it's fine. But I made the mistake of rewatching Terminator 2 right before seeing this, and unfortunately, that was not a good idea, because these movies are all basically variations on a theme. It's all kind of the same movie, they just mix things around a little bit, but it's kind of the same plot and the same premise, and watching it immediately after 2 just reinforced that, and it was kind of awkward, and I'm like, ugh, this again? Oh, okay. And I didn't know if they were making a reference to Terminator 2, or if it was just the same thing and they just didn't care. But it was fine. Serviceable action movie. I'd recommend a matinee, not a full price ticket, but that's just me. It was nice to see Linda Hamilton back as Sarah Connor. That was kind of cool. I'll give them that. But everything else was just sort of eh. And I'm not really sure that they're trying to reboot it again and, you know, make more Terminator movies, but I don't necessarily feel like this is a really strong timeline that I really want to follow. I'm just sort of like, I don't really care about this, but whatever. I don't think it's doing well, so they probably won't make another one. I think they should probably just stop trying to make new Terminator movies, maybe. Just a thought. As for gaming, I continue to play Dragon Quest and Ring Fit Adventure, both of which are delightful and fun, but only one of which makes me sweat. I have only had a couple of times where I was like quickly trying to find an autosave point so that I could take Dragon Quest out and put in Ring Fit, because I did a good job. I got up every day a little extra early for work so that I could do Ring Fit in the morning. And it's funny because I would get up and I'd be like, ugh, and then I would play Ring Fit, and while playing Ring Fit I'm like, yes, I feel energized now. And it would, you know, wake me up for the day, and it was kind of nice. I appreciated that. And I gave myself like a 45-minute window, and in that window I was able to do about a 20-minute workout when playing the game. I probably could get a more efficient workout in if I did like just the exercises, but then those don't count towards like a daily total unless I do the routines. But I've been trying to play the game because that kind of distracts you from the fact that you're exercising. I like that. So, but it's been reasonably okay. I've been able to get in some decent workouts before work, and I'm going to keep trying to do it before work, so that after work I can play something else instead of having to play Ring Fit when I get home. Because, in fact, I did buy another game. I know. I don't need another game. I know. But Best Buy sent me an email saying, hey, we're sorry about your Gamers Club expiring, because it finally did. And now I have no more 20% coupon, no more 20% discount off of video games at Best Buy, so. But they sent me a coupon and said, here, we're so sorry that this is ending, so here's a 25% coupon that you could use on any game. Except not any game, because I looked at the fine print and it's like, you know, no digital codes, no this, no that, no accessories. And not Red Dead Redemption 2. Which I thought was weirdly specific, that they don't want you using a discount code on that game, in particular. Go figure. But my thought was I would get Luigi's Mansion 3 is coming out this past week, and I thought, oh, I could get that. And I thought, but if I buy that, it's just going to sit on the shelf because I'm not going to pause Dragon Quest to play that. I'm still playing Dragon Quest. But then I was like, but if I do that, then I can get a discount on it because Nintendo doesn't really discount their games, so that would be a good idea. But then all these people I know were saying, like I saw all these people tweeting about The Outer Worlds, and I'm like, what is this game? I don't know this game. It flew completely under my radar, but I read about it, I read a review, I watched trailers, and I said, oh, so it's like if Fallout had a baby with Mass Effect, which is a good combination to me, because I liked Fallout. The graphics were good, the gameplay was terrific, I loved that first-person perspective, you know, RPG kind of thing. That was really cool. I just didn't like the world itself. Like, I didn't want to pop the game in and explore this ugly, irradiated wasteland. It just wasn't appealing to me. I've mentioned this in older episodes, I'm sure. So if you could do a Fallout game that had a nicer environment, more like a Mass Effect kind of sci-fi thing, that could be more visually appealing and a world that I might want to explore. So I said, you know what? Let's do it. Let's cave, because I can also, in my twisted mind, I can also justify the purchase by saying it's a PlayStation game, so I can play Dragon Quest on the Switch on the go, and then I can come home and I can play The Outer Worlds on my PlayStation, on my TV. See? See how I do that? It's not good. So, I ordered it from Best Buy. It was not available for in-store pickup, which is what I usually do, because there's one like a couple blocks from work. So I said, okay, fine. They were offering me like free 2-day shipping. I said, okay, that's fine. Click shipping, go. I come home on Wednesday. There is no package, even though the UPS tracking number says it was delivered at 6 p.m. I say, weird, where's my package? Now the last time, as you might recall, when I had my Joy-Con repaired, UPS said it delivered the package, but it didn't actually show up on our doorstep until a couple hours later. I thought, well, maybe this will come a couple hours later, except it's really late at night, so that seemed unlikely. And then I saw an email saying, okay, now I have an email from UPS saying I have a delivery scheduled for the 31st. And I'm like, so which is it? Did it arrive on the 30th, or is it still coming on the 31st? Make up your mind, UPS. So I contact UPS. They're like, we're so sorry for this confusion. We'll have someone call you tomorrow morning. So I'm at work on Halloween, and I get a phone call, and UPS is like, yes, it was delivered. And it was delivered to this address. And I said, I don't live at that address anymore. And they're like, oh, well, you'll have to talk to Best Buy about that. So I contact Best Buy, and I check the order, and sure enough, the billing had been updated to my new address, but it was still being shipped to my old address. Not even my old address, my previous old address. 2 addresses ago. And I'm like, what the F? I updated my address, why didn't it update? And I didn't notice it when I ordered. And Best Buy was like, sorry, we shipped to the address you told us, there's nothing we can do about it. And I was like, well, thanks for nothing, Best Buy. And I was like furious, and of course I did go into my account on the Best Buy website and delete the old address, which it defaulted to. It had my new address as a potential shipping address, but it was defaulting to my old one for some reason. Super annoying. Not a good system. So I deleted it so it could never happen again. Though, after all this, I don't think I'm going to order from Best Buy very much anymore, especially since I don't have my Gamers Club discount anymore. So I went to my old address in the hopes of getting my package. I get there. One of my old neighbors still lives in the building. He's out on the front stoop with his daughter handing out candy to trick-or-treaters. And I said, hey, was there a package? And he's like, yes, there was. And I'm like, thank God. So he goes in to get the package. He can't find it. A lot of back and forth. He's searching all over. Can't find it. He's like, it was right there on this table. He calls his wife, who's out trick-or-treating. She's like, oh yeah, I know that package. Yeah, I threw it away. He goes to check the garbage. It's been taken out. We go and we open the bin and take out the garbage bag, open it up. He pulls out the package. It's covered in trash and goop and whatever. And he's like, ugh. I was like, go ahead, I'll open it up and take the game out. I don't need the envelope. And he's like, oh, right, that makes sense. It was already open. His wife had taken my package, opened it to see what was in it, and then decided, oh, it's a video game, and threw it in the garbage. And he was aghast too, just like I was. He was like, that's like worth something, like you don't just throw that in the garbage. I'm like, yes, you could sell that, you know, like that's worth money, like don't just throw it away. What's wrong with you? So anyway, I got my game, and finally, it was an ordeal, but I got it and I brought it home. And so far so good. I've literally only played it for like a couple of days, so haven't really made too much progress. I also got hung up trying to like tweak my facial features, which made no sense because it's a first-person game and I'm never seeing I have not seen my character's face again, so don't really see the point of that. But I always get hung up on that. But it is very Fallout-y. You know, the world, like the humor, the characters, the props, like the whole kind of like corporation takeover of space. The humor is very Fallout. The, you know, rundown urban environments are also very Fallout. But you're in space, so there are some pretty, you know, scenery of like alien worlds and plants and planets, and it was very pretty. So like it's a nice trade-off. It's okay. I did run into a little problem as I started to do like the first like big mission in the game, because I keep running into these marauders and they keep killing me. So I tweaked a few things and now I think I might be a little better. But it's clear that this is a game where I'm going to have to save all the time. And it's funny because when I was reading up about this game, people were like, you might want to play on hard because even on normal, it's like super easy. And I'm thinking to myself, this is not super easy right now. Although, like, once I level up some more and get better equipment, I'm sure it'll become a little easier. But we'll see. So that's about, I don't have a lot to say about it. My first impressions are, it seems fun, it's funny. I'm a little concerned that I'm supposed to do this terrible thing for this corporate overlord guy, and I'm clearly not going to help him. I'm going to try to help the other people, and then see if I can, you know, because it's a world where, like, the corporations have taken over, and obviously I'm not going to want to do terrible things to nice people on behalf of the corporations, so it's going to be very interesting trying to play my usual, like, good-hearted character in the Outer Worlds, I fear. So, come back next week, and in the next episode, I'll have way more to talk about the Outer Worlds, because I'll have really been able to get into it, and the character, you know, the gameplay, and the leveling up, and the stats, and the equipment, and the story, and I'll have a lot more to say about it. Right now, all I had to say was how hard it was for me to freaking get my Best Buy package. So, that's it for now, and I will see you then. Bye!